Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Donia. I'm pretty new in the YouTube world, so if you're coming for the first time, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited because I'm gonna review the Makeup Revolution Concealer. At first I wanted to compare it to the Tarte Shape Tape, but I'm not gonna do that for two reasons. First, the Tarte Shape Tape is too dark for me. When I order it online, I thought it's gonna be lighter. And second of all, during the recent events with Tarte, their lack of inclusivity, you understand what I'm saying? Like the fact that they are missing shades. There are literally 11 shades of white and 2 shades of dark. Like, I'm not gonna promote any product like this. I'm not gonna support a brand like this. I know they want to do better, but I don't think it's an honest point of view because they knew what was going to happen if they do that. They knew that in 2018 we black people, we are not able to shut our mouth and let it happen. Like, it's not possible. So they should have knew what was going to happen. Nevertheless, I'm still gonna show you swatches comparison because I wrote it in the title that it was a Tarte Shape Tape dupe. So basically, and that's what I like, because I mean you can totally replace your Tarte Shape Tape with the Makeup Revolution one, and the Makeup Revolution one is really inclusive for a drugstore brand, because I can say I live in Paris and the drugstore brands, there are no dark shade. Actually, like, I struggle a lot. So when I found out that like this was coming out, I was so happy, and I really like the finish on my skin, as you can see. So this is the swatches comparison. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. It's really dark, and this is the Makeup Revolution one. So as you can see, the Tarte Shape Tape is a lot thicker than the Makeup Revolution one, but it's because the Tarte Shape Tape one is bigger and take out more product, and the Makeup Revolution one is big too, but takes slightly less product than the Tarte Shape Tape. In terms of finish, I can say that the Tarte Shape Tape blends really well and blends better than the Makeup Revolution one, but obviously if you pay more, obviously it's like obvious that it's gonna be a better formula. And recently I've been really into what I put on my skin. I try to stay away from drugstore because they put like really weird ingredient to make it cheap, but honestly when I see the finish, like, I'm happy about it, but I'm a little bit afraid that it ages my skin with time if I continuously use it. But you don't need to put a lot, just put a little bit, and I think it will be good for your skin if you just put a little bit, not too much like I put it today. You will see during the application. So enough for me talking. I was saying, like, okay, so the Tarte Shape Tape blends better, and there are not similar formulas because I can definitely see that the Tarte Shape Tape is less matte. Is more matte, sorry, than the Makeup Revolution one. In terms of longevity, I don't see the hype actually of the Tarte Shape Tape, because for me it doesn't last like so long. It's not really like revolutionary because I have oily skin, and it's the products like doesn't last very long on my skin. But for me, like, the MAC Pro Longwear does the better job, so I don't know the hype about this. So enough for me talking about the Tarte Shape Tape. Let's move on to my Makeup Revolution. So there is 18 shades. You can buy it on timebeauty.com. My shade is C12, and I'm gonna insert the picture of the claims here, and I'm gonna insert the picture of the actual shade range here. What I wanted to add is when you do apply the product, you need to dip in twice. And if you want to compare to the tarte shape tape, okay, it's not expensive, but it's twice less than the tarte shape tape. So at the end, you're not gaining a lot of money that you thought you would be, because one of this is two of this. Okay, I'm gonna do the actual application. I'm gonna do a wear test. I'm gonna go to school, do my day, and then come back and give you my final thoughts about it. So if you want to know what I judge in a concealer, is the fact that it's staying on my oily skin. It doesn't make me greasy like very much, like it really can put my oil at bay, but this is a dream. Like most of the concealer doesn't do that for me, and I want to see if when I put the powder there is no white patches because the concealer is so drying and all of this. So let's try the actual foundation. So as I said earlier, I'm in the shade C12. I really like the one though. Let's put it in the skin. So I think I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see more. Okay, so let's go. I'm sorry for the bad lighting because I don't know what's happened in Paris. It's always raining, sorry. And I really don't understand what's happened. Okay, so you do have to dip twice in the product to get a nice amount, because I really like when there is a lot of concealer. I don't like a lot of foundation, but I like a lot of concealer. So now I'm gonna blend it in. I like put it in my eyes so that it can make a great eyeshadow base. So as you can see, it's blending really nicely. Okay, so what I can see from close in my mirror, I can see that I don't have any product slept in my fine lines. Here it's the finish, it's not very matte, but it's not very shiny or dewy. It's something between. It really looks natural, but I'm really oily, so I cannot go out without powdering my face. So for powder, I'm using the Beauty Bakery powder in yellow. I'm gonna see if it sets well with the powder. So I'm taking a really good amount like this of powder and putting under my eyes, on my nose. So guys, I finished putting the powder. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, do my eyes, and come back with you to show you how it swipes, if there is any powder left, you know, because sometimes when you put like a really matte concealer, the powder kind of soaks into your skin and it leaves like white patches and some stuff like this. So here I am up and personal, close and personal I mean. Now we're gonna swipe this powder. See, my skin looks really smooth, and there is nothing, like there is no patches, maybe I can zoom more so there is no patches. It's kind of clear. So now I'm gonna do the rest of my day. I finished at, I think I finished at 6, and as you can see, I'm very oily. I've worn this foundation for now, let me count, almost 8 hours. So here's the time. Basically, what I can say about this foundation is it's not that bad, because obviously it doesn't claim to be to keep the oil at bay, so I'm not gonna be mad about it. But I think it holds pretty well for a drugstore foundation. I can see that with time I'm very oily, as I said, and let me zoom. My pores are getting bigger. It's starting to crease a little bit here, and what I noticed is I start to break out, but not very much. I start to have little pimples over here, but it's not big of a deal. I've been lately really careful about what I put on my face, so I bought this concealer, but as I said, I think earlier this morning, I will not use it every time. Maybe I will use it to carve up my brows, or I don't know, but I will not use it under my eyes, because I'm paying really much attention to what I put on my skin, because I don't want my skin to get old very fast because of the products I put on my face. So this is something you should be aware of, and you should be aware of the bad ingredient that is in this concealer, but it's not specific to this concealer. I think many brands have like many bad ingredients, but this brand, to sell cheaper, they need to put cheap ingredients inside that works really well during the first application. So during the first application it was good, like my face looked really Photoshop, and now as you can see my face doesn't look as great, which is normal. I mean, after a long day of school and working, but actually when I put my high-end concealer, it's not that bad. So now I'm gonna blot and see if the makeup stays in place, and see if my pores is less. So now that I have blot, I feel a lot better. So the claims in this foundation is that it's really lightweight. So I'm translating from French in the website, so I'm sorry if I make some mistakes. So the fact that it's lightweight, yeah, it's not like a heavy foundation concealer, like for example the Kat Von D ones, but the Kat Von D is amazing, but this one feels great. It doesn't feel heavy. The shade range, I'm happy about it. It hides dark circles, imperfections, and it doesn't goes into the lines. I mean, it's true at the first application, but then with time, as you saw, my face wasn't that great. Now that I have blot, let me zoom you in so you can see. So my pores still looks bigger. My blush is still here, so it's okay. Overall, do I recommend the Makeup Revolution concealer? Yes, I do. I do if you're not conscientious, is that right, about what you put on your face. I mean, when I say that, I mean if you don't care about aging fast, or like you don't really care about the ingredient, I think it's gonna be a great product for you. It's gonna be a good alternative to the high-end ones. I also think it's a great foundation when you have like drier or mixed skin type. When you are oily, it's not bad, but it's not the greatest. I personally prefer the ColourPop concealer if you're looking for a cheaper option, but otherwise I really like the shade range. I really think it's a good foundation if you're on a budget. When I say foundation, I mean concealer, because every time I think I make the mistakes during my videos. Other than that, hope you guys like this video. I hope I've been very much clear about the foundation. I love Makeup Revolution, and I'm really excited to see what they will come up next. Bye guys!